Hello everyone, this is Wake Angel 2001, and you may not have heard from me for quite a while because I have been very sick. Seriously, for the last 4.5 days I have been laid up, like barely able to move, really nasty fever. Like I do not know what I had, but it was not pleasant. But, one of the last things that I was able to do before falling to this plague that I had was get the last of the Sonic 3 figures from the McDonald's Happy Meal toys. Well, the last one that I really needed. Like, as you can see, I only have 7 of the 8 figures in, but that's because 2 of them are kind of redundant. As you can see from the collection, we have Sonic, Tails, Super Sonic, Shadow, and Knuckles. And we have Super Shadow. But then, like, there's a second Tails, and there will be a second Knuckles as well. And I really didn't see a need to get the alternate looks of Tails and Knuckles. It was just enough for me to get all the Sonic figures. Each character, I should say. And, this is really weird, because you see, I put them in the way they're ordered, like 1, 2, 3, 4, missing 5, 6, 7, and 8. But, the way that they were handing them out, like, it was weird. Like, the first ones they had was Sonic and Shadow, and then the next ones I was able to get were the Knuckles, and then this version of Tails specifically. Then I got the Super Shadow one, then I got this alternate Tails over here, and then I finally got the Sonic one as the last. And like I'm pretty sure they were just randomly sending these things to all the various McDonald's, like not really respecting any kind of release order. Because you think like a promotion lasts a month. Like the first week they would have number 1 and 2, the second week they'd have 3 and 4. They do that thing. But nope, just complete random grab bag. So once I got all the unique characters, that's all I needed. Okay, I had to do a quick little cut there because, well, still recovering. So as you may recall, this would be like the second movie figure set for the Happy Meals. As you remember, Sonic 2 had their own things. They went with pullback racers last time. And there was one thing, like, I feel like they didn't just like have all the hero characters. They also made sure that there was a toy there for Eggman, They had a Death Egg robot, So I just kind of find it weird that this set only has, the furry characters. Like, instead of making a redundant Tails and Knuckles, they could have had the last 2 spots be Dr. Robotnik and Gerald, Like, sure, you can make this, but, you could have made, a little Dr. Robotnik in the thing. I mean, did you see his dance sequence in the laser room? Like, this pose would totally serve whatever Jim Carrey can do. Alright, so, that's not talking about these characters while they're still in their boxes. Let's get them out and, talk about, the toys themselves. Okay, so here is one of the toys removed from the box. Oh, speaking of the box itself, it has a QR code that would let you download a simple little game. I believe it's some kind of maze runner. Very basic. I think I saw Stegosaurus play it if you want to go to Stegosaurus' channel real quick. But this is basically what you get in the packaging. It's a little minifigure that can clip into this little wheel thing that rolls. And yeah, that's all it does. It rolls. It comes with stickers. Some are decals you can stick to the outer rim of the wheel. And then they are stickers for the shoes themselves. I don't think I like the fact that the shoes are sticker details because that's applying a sticker on a curved surface and it never wants to sit quite right and they start to peel off. I think before long I'm either going to have to crazy glue these stickers back down to make sure they don't come off again, or I'm just going to have to paint the feet. And considering the type of plastic that this is made out of, it does not accept paint very well, so that will be a rather frustrating experience. Of course, since the gimmick is so simple that it's pretty much non-existent, I guess all we can really do is just get all the figures out here to show you what the set looks like. Okay, so, silly as it may look, the figures can all stand perfectly fine without their wheels, and, Oh wow, just take it all in. Like, I didn't think that you could cast the very spirit of the 90s itself into plastic trinkets, but McDonald's gave it a pretty good try. You guys remember like all the crazy minifigure stuff that we used to get back in the 90s? Things like Z-Bots, Bones, Funny Bones, I think they called them. Just those little things like they were supposed to be like a throwback to the Muscle brand, like those little mini figures, those little, yeah, like they were just like those little muscle figures, except that they looked a little bit more grotesque, kind of like Mad Balls or something like that. Yeah, that's the energy that this is capturing. Because if you just take a close look at these things, like that is silly looking. Plus, what even is that stance? Is he trying his best to be a cactuar or something? But there is detailing on the back. Look, he has the right number of spines on his head, like 3 on his back, his little tail, and the proper number of head spines for movie Sonic. So yeah, like the sculpting is accurate. Yep, and it's not just Sonic; it's on Shadow too. Look, Shadow actually has 3 of his red highlights painted in. They didn't get in the middle, but you know what? This is better than the Shadow keychain from the Advent calendar. Also, look, he's smiling. When have you ever seen a figure of Shadow smiling? That has got to be the most cursed thing that I've ever seen. And what's he doing with his hand there? Like what even? Oh god, this is so funny. So weird. Although I think Knuckles absolutely takes the cake for the craziest ones. I mean, just okay, you lay down. Just look at those crazy arms. Like they're like gorilla length when you consider like if they were straight. And then look at his face, he's all grimacy. This is oh, I can't laugh too much because my throat's still sore, but oh wow. Like these sculpts are so hilarious. Maybe I do want to get the other Knuckles one because the other Knuckles one looks a little bit more normal. Let's get the one redundant one that I did get in, since I got both versions of Tails. The first one I have has a pretty generically happy expression, and he's holding what looks like the Miles Electric in his hand. You know, that's kind of cool. And the other one is Tails with a big, well, it's supposed to be a wide open smile, like hey, but since they didn't paint the inside of his mouth red, it looks like a gigantic toothy grin. But either way, kind of works. Like one has the tails like doing that obvious swoosh thing, the other one has them both up. So the 2 different poses are at least notably different. But yeah, like you can see, like if you got one, you don't really need to get the other because it's not like they do anything unique. But there is one thing you got to really praise this set for, and that is when they did the super forms. First of all, I actually kind of love Super Shadow's pose. Like, look at that. It looks like a foreshortening pose from the front, but when you look at it from the side, it's like, oh no, that's just his body. Also, they only painted 1 red stripe here. They got lazy with the super form. But one thing they didn't get too lazy on was making sure that they're different shades of yellow. Because, yeah, Super Sonic and Super Shadow were never exactly the same shade of yellow, or gold, if you want to put it that way. And that's kind of cool that they remembered to keep that detail in. So, yeah, good for them. They could just as easily have cast them out of the same color yellow plastic and called it a day, but they didn't, so I'll give them credit for that. Also, it's still weird. He's smiling. He's not smiling. What is this world? These are the figures from Bizarro World, where Shadow is the jovial, happy hero, and Sonic is the broody, angry one all the time. But yeah, aside from that, like everything else on them is good. You have the... Except I'm seriously going to have to glue down these stickers because they constantly want to peel off on me. But yes, these guys are super happy fun time. So yeah, like these guys are incredibly silly. They're hilarious, super deformed minifigures. Real throwback to the 90s, which, you know, anything that throws back to the 90s is a throwback to Sonic's heyday, so I don't really begrudge them that. But yeah, like that is just wacky. Like that is a fun, wacky little collection. Now that I'm mostly recovered from whatever the heck I had this past week, I'm gonna get back into making my customs. So look forward to seeing that Shade figure come out in the next few days, along with another wedding cake topper, and then we're gonna continue on down the line with all the other stuff that I have on my plate. So thank you all for indulging me in this silly little McDonald's video. Let me know if you got all 8 or just you know, the 6 that are important to you. And let me know if you would have liked to get a Robotnik figure in this style. This is Wake Angel 2001 signing off.